Shalom everyone, this is Nava with Not Sorry Woman, Wife, and Mother. We're back from the store, got our piping kit, and on another video I'll go ahead and show you, I'll give you, detail as far as what we're doing. My husband's going to have a friend actually help him install it next week, so I'll show you the process. I was kind of playing, joking, but in all seriousness earlier, I was really serious about patience being a virtue. It really is. It really is. I am very serious about my walk, and as a woman of Yah, I think it's important that we always be real with ourselves and be vulnerable with one another. And in saying that, I'm not believing that, you can, be vulnerable with every single sister that you run across. Be nice, but that's just not reality. But, you have to be real. And it has been hard. It's been very difficult for me. Living in an unfinished cabin, and it's been very cold here in the Midwest. We've had some pretty, I'd say, unseasonably warm days for December, but then there's some days, especially the nights, where the temperatures have gone like down into the lower teens, and it's been just very uncomfortable. Anyway, we've had to like sleep in our clothes and hats, and I keep my head covering on anyway, but yeah, during the night seasons too. Anyway, and it's been a test of endurance. There's no question about that. It's been a test. But I think about the scripture. Paul says, to think on these things, whatever's good, whatever's pure. If there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. It's been an exercise of faith for me. I come from the suburbs and back in Central Virginia, and typical suburbanite, the shops and the restaurants and all that kind of crap. Anyway, we moved out here because, ultimately because the Father said so, because we knew and still know that judgment is coming. But it's been, it's been a journey, like anything. It's been a journey. It's been a lot of downsizing in our lifestyle. Actually, we started the downsizing years before we even thought about coming out here to the Ozarks. But the process is continual. We just continue to downsize in our lifestyle as well as in our hearts. And it's a continual action. You can never stop downsizing. Actually, you can go and look at my video called Unloading. I did it, I think, back in August of this year. It's called Unloading, and I go into some more detail as far as what the Father had been saying to me in this season. But anyway, it's a journey well worth taking if you're really serious about your walk with Yah, learning to trust Him in a completely different level. Learning to be humble on a whole new level. And, the Father's really done a great work in me in that area. I don't see myself as prideful per se, but, when you are in a situation where you're living in an unfinished house, you don't have heat, except, we do have those little small portable heaters. But when you live in a home where, let me show you. The ceiling's here. See, that's the ceiling, and I don't know if you can really tell from this angle, but we're probably looking at I'd say about 20 feet high. And that being the case, the heat does not rise very high with these small portable heaters. So, you have to do the best you can with what you have, and what you don't have, you in physicality, you have to have in fortitude. You've got to have a strong mind. You have to stay prayed up in the Word. Make sure you keep yourself in check at all times. And to be completely real with you, I'm human, so there have been times when I will, have to catch myself. because, you know, I'm cold, or I'm a woman, I want to finish house, you know. Anyway, I'm thankful. At the end of the day, I am thankful, and that's where I park. That's where I keep my mind, in being thankful that the Father has seen fit to choose us, to deliver us out of our Babylon, and to bring us, take us on this journey. But just, as I said, just, you know, keeping it 100% with you all, it's not easy. The elements have a tendency to bring out what's in you. And, but you know, again, being real with yourself and learning to forgive yourself, you know, when you say something you shouldn't say, or even if you think something that you shouldn't think, just keep it real. Don't condemn yourself. Just realize it's all a part of the journey. And you're, you know, being made more perfect in the image of Messiah. And that's where that's the bottom line for me. It's not just what I go through. It's and it's not even about the physical building itself. It's all about becoming the image bearer, becoming a habitation that's suitable for the King. That's it. That's what's most important for me. But in all honesty, you know, when I'm going through situations, you know, like what we're going through right now and getting the cabin and everything finished, sometimes my mind just isn't there, you know. And like I said, I have to bring myself back into accountability. Sometimes you have to parent yourself. And that's what I do. You know, I'm really trying to be as real with you all, as my family, as I can be. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you, just a little follow-up on our trip to the lumber store. It was fun. I like lumber stores. Anyway, as I said, the Sunday is the big day for our wood stove, and I will check you all later. You might end up seeing me before then if I think of something else to speak on. Anyway, I love you all. Shalom.